Hey everyone, my name is Kumo and this is my Patreon-powered reaction to the 24th and final episode of Akame Ga Kill. Because it's not a 26-episode series, like I said before, I was kind of mixing it up with another show. But 24 episodes, making this the last one. And yeah, the last episode, the big thing was Tatsumi died. Like, I was kind of in denial when that happened, to be honest. I just couldn't accept that they would just kill off the main character like that, which is similar to how I felt watching Game of Thrones first season. Like, I just didn't believe that just happened. But yeah, apparently, yeah, he's dead. So we had Esdeath kind of walking up behind Akame after that happened, so I'm obviously expecting a battle between them. If they're willing to kill off Tatsumi, they're willing to kill off anyone, so it wouldn't surprise me if Akame died. It would suck if Akame died, but it's not like this is the last episode, so it's not as if I would have to watch the rest of the series without her or anything. So, yeah. I don't really have much to say beyond that, so it's been quite a ride, say that. So, let's get into it. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, and they were able to finally take down that thing. Pretty much Tatsumi's sacrifice is what allowed for that. I really wouldn't call him weak. He was up against kind of an insane opponent. Like, the vast majority of people would be weaker than Tatsumi. Looks like she's finally on board. But yeah, she clearly wants a one-on-one fight with Akame. Even, Najenda's been kicked out. At least she admits the Empire's lost. Man, this fight. This fight's gonna be hype. Like, if you're gonna end the series on a fight, this would be the one to do it. Yeah, we all kind of figured that. She was... As soon as she showed up, she was like last boss vibes. So, not surprising. Yeah, they're both wield swords, so... And that's thumbnail worthy right there. Man. Like, Esdeath is so powerful, I don't know if Akame can win this. Like, we've seen what she's done, what she can do. And Jaeger's is basically no more at this point. I mean, Wave basically quit. Everybody else died. I think everybody else died. Well, there's the guy with the wings. I don't know what his deal is. Though I don't think he was really with them to begin with. I think he was kind of like he was trying to change the country from the inside type deal. But the vast majority of characters of any importance are dead at this point. Leon is still alive, I think. Though the episode where she lost her arm, I really was worried she was going to die. But no, she has regeneration abilities. Which Tatsumi really could have used at the end of last episode. And here we go. Esdeath is so much taller than her. Oh, wow. She cut off some of her hair. If this was Yang, that would not have... Nice. Akame's no pushover either. Esdeath might be overpowered, but I still feel like Akame can put up a good fight. She only really needs one good hit. Of course, it wouldn't be that easy. It's kind of what she's done her whole life. And she's lost Tatsumi, so... Yeah, very big difference of ideologies here. Oh, that was way too close for comfort. But really, Akame just needs to get one good hit, and the curse of the sword should take effect. That's really bad, because she has kind of limited area where she can run, so... If Esdeath could make a big enough ice ball... You really shouldn't call someone weak just because they're not as strong as you. Nobody in Night Raid is weak. Akame's got her serious face on. She really just cut herself. I guess it gives her some kind of power boost to do that, but... It must just have a different effect on the wielder than other people, because it would just kill anyone else. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of power boost this gives her. Because it's clearly her trump card. And that is a gorgeous eye. So is Esdeath. Probably more. Indeed. Hopefully this ability doesn't, kill her afterwards. I'm sure there are some kind of consequences for using this. Oh, wow. I don't know what this reminds me of. It reminds me of something. That fast, bouncing around their opponent. Maybe Bleach? I don't know. It's been a long time since I watched Bleach. Yeah, she's much closer to Esdeath's level now. Like, the eyes could barely even block it. It might not be able... She actually was able to injure her. That should be enough to curse her, right? Unless, the curse jumped from the blade into her so it doesn't work anymore. Which might be the case. Oh. So... I might have missed what just happened there, but did she cut her arm off to avoid the curse spreading? Like, that happened so fast I may have kind of... That cheap shot. I may have kind of missed it. I mean, I first thought it was Akame who lost an arm. But yeah, I assume that's what happened. That is so cool. This fight is just amazing. Yeah, you really need to finish this sooner rather than later. And meanwhile, that relic just kind of watching. Come on, Akame. You've got this. You've disarmed her. Now I just need to finish her off. Man, she looks so cool in that form. Don't smirk. I was really hoping she wouldn't smirk there. I thought she already used that today. Yeah, I could have swore she said she could use that once a day. Did she miss? Did she miss a still person? That's kind of sad. Holy shit. I'm not 100% sure what happened there, but that was cool. So apparently Akame moved out of the way so fast that her after image stayed there while she was way up above. So she was prepared. That was really cool. Yeah, and there's no more chopping off limbs to avoid the curse now. And my guess that the curse jumped from the sword to her was completely wrong. But that was... Of course you couldn't. You're just too different of a person. And she's not going to last much longer. I mean, Tatsumi's dead. There's not really that much she can do. Wow. Yeah, those were real, if nothing else. I actually kind of have chills from that. Man, that whole scene was just really good. Hopefully he dies. I'm gonna be more than a little bit upset if he survives when this show's over. And I want Akame to be the one to end him. Leon, that's fine too. She hasn't really gotten to do much this episode, so I guess it's only fair she gets some time to shine. Is that a relic? A relic that can destroy another relic? Like, she could probably still kill him without a relic, but still. Or in this case, close to your finger. Don't tell me the show was not going to be satisfied until it kills off one more character that I love. Thank you, at least she did that much. Grabbed him by the beard. She's a badass. At least kill him before you go down. Or I will be very upset. You're still gonna bleed out if you don't get medical attention quickly. Holy shit. Okay, apparently she's fine. Maybe Akame's just short because Leona's also taller than her. So where's Najenda? Like, I think she was blocked off from the ice, but I assume she reunited with Akame right after the fight was done. That's a spirit. And she's gone. As soon as she said goodbye to Akame, I was kind of expecting that, but I don't know why she didn't try to go to a hospital or something. You did. Or at least significantly less bloodshed than we had before. You know, considering they showed the Prime Minister's face after Leona beat him to a pulp, I was half expecting to see his head fall as well. The only surviving members of Jaegers. It's quite a bit of gold. Getting chills again. That's not gonna happen. Akame, practically the only surviving member of Night Raid. Less time than Akame. Fun is one word for it. You know, fighting to the death, losing so many of your friends and comrades. Not sure I describe it as fun. They were assassins after all. Whew. Well, at least the fight between Akame and Ez's death ended about as well as it could have. Even if the show just insisted on killing one more Night Raid member before they were done. Of course, I was half expecting them to kill off every single Night Raid member in this episode, so at least we didn't have that happen. And it seems like the village that Tatsumi was a part of got some gold. Of course, the heroes that they sent off were never going to come back. Are we going to get anything after? Yeah. Huh. Gonna join another assassin group? Walking the path of a killer. So, that was the 24th and final episode of Akame ga Kill. Wow. 24 episodes. Feels like it's been so long since I started this series. I probably forgot quite a few details here and there, but I will give my thoughts on the series as a whole. Well, first I should probably, mention my thoughts on the episode. The fight scene between Esdeath and Akame, that was really cool. Like, that was just awesome. Probably one of my favorite fights in the whole series. And luckily Akame, didn't die from it. Like, almost the only Night Raid member that didn't die. And she did have to invoke, like, her trump card to do it. I was worried what kind of consequences that might have, but it doesn't really seem like it had many. At least it wasn't explicit about it if there were. And yeah, the way she was able to, like, she won against Esdeath's trump card, the time freeze thing. Like, that was really cool. Esdeath's like, what? Why won't it die? Oh, it's an after image. What am I supposed to do about this? Then Akame just comes from above and just takes her down. That was really cool. Unfortunately, Leona died as well. Like, that was so cheap. Of course the friggin' Prime Minister has some cheap relic that can destroy other relics. Like, it's not a combat-oriented one at all, because of course he doesn't fight. It just, basically his trump card. But it wasn't enough to save him. Leona just pounded him into the concrete. Which, that was the one nice thing about that scene. Even though it really does suck that Leona had to die. Like, she almost made it to the end of the series too, but just didn't quite make it. And yeah, she wanted to see her old friends back in the slums one last time. And as soon as she said goodbye to Akame, I kind of figured where that was going. I just kind of figured if I didn't say anything it wouldn't happen, but no, it did. So yeah, my thoughts on the series as a whole. It's been quite a ride. Night Raid, a lot of the members, I pretty much liked every member of Night Raid. They were all cool and unique in their own way. Mine took a little bit of warming up too, really, the violent tsundere character, but in the end I still liked her, They were kind of pushing a romance thing between her and Tatsumi a little bit there, near the last third of the show, but she ended up dying. Of course, Tatsumi did as well, so wouldn't have really worked out, obviously. But yeah, there's a lot of cool relics. Akame's was probably still my favorite, but Leona's was really cool. Mine's reminded me a lot of Yang's semblance from Ruby. And it was also really powerful. Though Tatsumi's relic was a little bit similar in how it could it kept transforming, upgrading, until it was finally powerful enough to take down the ultimate relic. Even if Tatsumi wasn't able to survive using it. Same with mine. Keep wanting to call her Mina, no, it's mine. But yeah, my only real criticism of the show would probably just be the frequency of the deaths of characters. I feel like they were killing them off left and right to the point where it was getting kind of hard to feel any real emotion when they died. It just kind of became, oh, so that's the character that died this episode, There were definitely still some deaths that really bothered me, like Chelsea. Because I just love Chelsea. She was a really cool character. And Shelly, I think it was. Her death bothered me mostly just because, well, first of all, it was the first death of the series, but also because she was the nicest member of Night Raid. She didn't deserve to die. That was really unfortunate. Luckily, mine did avenge her, which was nice. So yeah, what else can I really say about the series? It had tons of cool action scenes. It was very dark. I do enjoy dark shows, so that's a plus for me. The series, very gory, very sad at times. And Esdeath was also a really cool character. I was talking about the good guys, but the bad guys are some pretty cool characters as well. Esdeath was my favorite antagonist. She had a really powerful relic, Ice, which apparently that was the way she got the relic was interesting too. I think she had to drink it, drink the blood of a really high level, what do they call them, danger beast. And it would have killed her if it wasn't compatible with her, so because of the risk-reward type deal, it was very powerful as a result. And she always, even when she showed up, she struck me as a last boss type character, and that it ended up being true. She was literally, well, I want to say she was literally the last enemy killed, but technically the Prime Minister was killed by Leona after that, but let's not count that. And we even got some backstory on Esdeath as well, why she's kind of the way she is, which is cool. And it is unfortunate. The Emperor, it is unfortunate. He was essentially a puppet manipulated by the Prime Minister. I mean, you can say it's his fault to be manipulated, but, still, he was a kid. He had a lot of pressure on his shoulders. So, it's just an unfortunate situation. But, yeah, the Prime Minister is where most of my hate goes for, as far as characters in this show. I have a little bit of hate for the Emperor, but not as much as the Prime Minister. I have enough hate for the Emperor not to be bothered that he was executed at the end there. And hopefully, luckily, the Night Raid did win in the end. Many sacrifices were made, but in the end, they did win. The Empire was taken down, and they'll start to rebuild, create a better place. Najenda is going to be working on that, while Akame continues to travel. At the end there, I thought she was meeting up with another assassin group that she would join, but it also looked like she kind of killed him at the end there. It was a little bit ambiguous on that. But at the end of the day, we know she is traveling. She is continuing to kill. For good, hopefully. But yeah. The series kind of pointed out that Akame has lost a lot of people in her life. And it kind of continued that theme with how she lost almost every member of Night Raid, really. And kind of all of them since she did leave, Najenda as well, so. Yeah, she basically is now apart from every member of Night Raid. And, yeah. I think that's all there really is to say on this one. If I had to give it a score out of 10, it would probably be a 9, just because I don't give, points. If I gave points, it would be an 8.5, but I'm going to round up to a 9. But like I said, the biggest criticism is just how quickly they were killing off main characters to the point where it was hard to really care that much. I won't say I didn't care at all. Whenever a really cool character died, it did suck, but, I wasn't going to get super emotional about it. And yeah, I just kind of felt just a little bit rushed there in general at the end. Because I know, I think there was a situation where the anime caught up to the manga and it kind of had to be a little bit anime original there, which I know was part of the problem. I know that was one of the biggest problems people have with this show. But in spite of that, I did really enjoy it. It was a great anime that I'm glad I watched, so yeah. Let me know what you thought of the anime. Which side of my reaction in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. I'll have a good one.